Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Ebbie with Ebbie Reviews, and this is going to be my review for Dragula Season 3, Episode 2, Don't Suck. So first of all, I want to say, I'm sorry I'm a day late. Why did I think this, I don't know what kind of timing I thought this was. And I kept going back to my Amazon Prime looking for Dragula Season 3 for Episode 2, and it just kept showing me Episode 1, and I had to go back and look again and then click on episode 2 in order to get it. It was a lot. It was a lot. But I figured it out now, so I should have these reviews up a day earlier now, so I don't want no trouble. Alright, so we start off with the Boulay brothers, and they are doing like a little self-care, I guess is what it would be called. So one of the Boulay brothers is in bath, and the other one is filing their nails. And there's this gentleman who was sitting there. This is how stupid I am. I thought the guy was there like their handmaid or hand house boy or whatever you call it. Somebody to they fetch, go get it, give me this, take care of that, house servant, whatever. Of course, he was shirtless. Okay. And so, I think Dragula said to, I don't know their first names. So Boulay brother number 1 says to the Boulay other brother, sister, you know, warm up my bath for me, please. And she's like, sure. I'm so naive. Like, oh, why didn't she just turn on the water and wait up the bath? No, because this bitch is in a bath full of blood. So she pulls old boy over to the bath, takes a knife and slits his throat, and his warm blood, it's a lot. And that is how the episode starts. That is how the episode starts. So we then go to the boudoir, which is what they call their workroom, the boudoir. And so everyone shows up who was safe or won the last episode. So they're just politely waiting, you know, chit-chatting, waiting for whoever survived the extermination challenge to show up. Nobody thinks it's Maxi Glamour. Everybody is thinking, oh, Valencia, she's gonna show up, Lazy Bloom, Beauty Blue, she was really scared, so everyone is gooped. They're gooped and they're gagged when Maxie shows up. And they're like, what the hell? What was it? So, Louisiana, they're all gooped and gagged, and they're asking her what happened and how was it, and she goes to explain, you know, I was terrified, and I was like, oh God, I don't want to do this, and she kept saying, oh, I was terrified, and then she said, the guy asked him, are you ready to jump, and she was like, no, and then he jumped out the plane anyway. Child, that is the quickest way for me to fight you and possibly throw up in midair. No ma'am, no ham. Beep beep, hard stop, Richie. No. So, when Maxie shows up, let me tell you this shady broad. Priscilla Chambers, who has a mouth on her, I don't know if I like her yet or not. It's still a lot of big personalities. I'm trying to see how I feel about everybody. But Priscilla calls Maxie Glamour Miss Cardboard in 2019. You's a rude bitch. You're a rude bitch. But yeah. So, oh, I took extensive notes, but also ate dinner, so some of the pages are stuck together. That's rude. Okay, so really nobody has any sympathy for Valencia. There's like, she knew what this was when she signed up. I understand fear is what it is, but you know, you trying to win all this money, step your pussy up. Basically is what everybody is saying. Nobody had no love for Valencia backing off of getting off the plane. And they were talking to Maxie, and Maxie was like, yeah, she was saying she was scared. And I was trying to encourage her, tell her, girl, you got this, you can do this. And right as we were about to take off, she was like, fuck this, I'm out, and I can't do this. So Louisiana Purchase in her talking head said she is now afraid of what the Boulay brothers are going to say to them in regards to Violencia not doing the extermination challenge at all, and they all feel like it's disrespectful to them, to the whole, to the Boulay brothers, the show. Why'd you come on here if you was just gonna punk out in the first thing? You know, it's a lot of that going on. Now, Madeline does have a little sympathy. She tries to say, well, if Valencia had just listened to us about her costume for the supervillains, then this wouldn't have even been an issue. But, of course, Hollow Eve jumped in, loud, opinionated, political self, jumps in and says, well, no, the meat industry is the worst industry in the United States, and I fully see them being a villain, and I stand for her honesty in their villainy. But I was like, okay, girl. Girl, she had on Lady Gaga meat costume, girl, and she lost. Let it just eat a burger. Girl, I don't know. So Dahlia Black has no sympathy, just like anybody else. She's like, it is what it is. You do what it is. This was your opportunity to try and make a splash and to do whatever it took. It cost to be the boss. And that's the beginning and the end of it. So they then get a little siren and say, come out to the main stage. The Boulay brothers are on a screen, kind of like RuPaul does. She already done had her. The formerly known as You Got Shemale. So the Boulay brothers are serving very bald Sinead O'Connor. What's the baby? Who won? Oh, the bald queen who won with all the crowns. I'm old. Did I not write it down? Serving bald spooky teas is what I wrote. I'm rude. And she took off her wig and she had all the roses falling down. Oh, God. I know Peppermint. I know Trinity. And it's going to come to me in the middle of the night, hopefully before I finish reading all these notes. It's going to come to me who the bald queen is, who likes to scream. I turn my phone on. Turn this phone on. Because my good sister Google will never let me down. So I'm going to get back to it because it's bothering me. And it's bothering. So the main floor show, there's no mini extermination this time. This floor show is going to be the Vampire Queen performance. And it is, they say, a grotesque burlesque with blood and gore. And there is one of their sponsors is Gore Decker, I think is what they call them. They make fans. Wait, I should have pulled my fan out my purse for this. They make fans, and they have to decorate and incorporate the fan into their burlesque performance. Now, everybody is, and they dismiss them and say, okay, bring your best, and we'll go from there. So they get back to the boudoir, and St. Lucia is shook because she doesn't do burlesque. So she's like, I gotta figure out a way to make this work. Maxie is a burlesque. Maxie Glamour is a burlesque dancer, and it does burlesque performances all over the country, apparently. And they are giving her shit about how much her costume is gonna cost, and is it gonna be made out of cardboard? So they just, I guess this is going to be a running thing because clearly she has stated on more than one occasion that it has to be thrifty because for the entirety of this whole season, she had a budget of $500 to make enough outfits to cover everything that they said was going to be done this season. So it is what it is. And then they get into a little discussion about, their performance outfits from the last show and how much did yours cost. And one of the girls who was, what's her name? Eva Destruction said her outfit was $1,300 and she was just saved. And they asked Dahlia Black how much she paid for her outfit, and she was like, about $60. She won. So it really goes to show, what if you have the imagination and the talent to make things happen, it does not cost you don't have to have the most expensive, elaborate costumes. If you take your time and talent and the imagination that you have and to make it into something amazing. So Leather Daddy shows up. That's what I call him until they said his name. His name is Israel. And delivers the fans that they have to incorporate into the performance. Now, at this point, I love the fact that we get an in-depth look into how they came up with their looks for the challenge. Everybody is giving, this is what my inspiration was. Like Landon Sider had a mariachi vampire theme. What's her name? Holly Eve was a Victorian lady who had died and she was starting to rot and she was coming out of the grave. Hollow Eve is explaining her inspiration about how she's rotting and how she's going to have incorporate live bugs into her performance. And at that point, I put, Hollow Eve is using live bugs. No, Asian, no! Okay. If you watch Drag Race, you get that reference. No. Okay, so Yaskovo and Madeline Hatter do not get along. Now, I heard that they don't get along real still after the show. They still not have had a meeting of the minds, so that is what it is. But it's not outright rude. It's not outright disrespectful. It's very nice, nasty. How they get along with each other. It's very, very nice, nasty. And apparently Yaska was being an ass on purpose. Cause they get to the boudoir for day 2, where the actual day of the challenge. And Yaskovo said, oh, I haven't slept and I've drank 5 cups of coffee. So she's bouncing off the walls and she's saying real crazy stuff and mumbling and all kinds of stuff. And then you go to her talking head and she's like, yes, it's going to look according to my plan. Really, bitch? Really? You playing in psychological games? Like, it's not enough? With all the other stuff that's going on, it's not enough? You got to add on to it? Like, sis. Come on, sis. What you mean? So, when they were having the discussion the day before about how much outfits cost, and apparently they drove back into the conversation about Dahlia only spending the $60, and I guess because Maxie spent $50 on her outfit, she was like really over them discussing, oh, how good her outfit looks. And she said, she literally mumbled with her, oh God, here we go, we get with this again. So Dahlia was feeling some type of way and confronted Maxie, and Maxie was like, look, it ain't even that deep. I didn't even say anything. And she was like, well, and Dahlia was like, girl, well, if you think I'm being a bitch, just say it loud enough for me and everyone else to hear you. Point taken. Not even mad at that. Now, they keep putting this friggin' siren on when they're half done with the makeup for them to start panicking, talk about, oh my God. Nobody's dressed. Everybody's face is half done. I really don't. Why? We know you can still giving them time. They don't have to be out there in 5 minutes. They're not 5 minutes away from being done. That doesn't make any damn sense. So, because everybody magically appears on stage for the beginning of their performance fully done up. So clearly that freaking siren means nothing. Okay, so the Boulay brothers come out. Okay, so these headpieces. I, for reference, get Asia O'Hara's China headpiece in your mind. That's kind of what it looks like. But instead of the chains being, it was regular fringe, and there were chains hooked up to it that went like this, and these long, gorgeous black diamond beaded chains that hung in front of their faces, and the dresses that they had on. It was just a shift thrown over their bodies with heel to shoulder split. So the whole side of their body is naked on both sides. It was everything. Everything. So, the judges, wrote it down this time, is Bonnie Aarons from The Nun and The Conjuring 2. I think she played the nun, because her face looks spooky. Let's start there. She looks like she's from a scary movie. And then Amanda freaking Lepore, who looks like plastic. Plastic the Phantom. She has so, oh my God. I thought my lips were big. But sis, girl, y'all remember what, oh God. I thought Trinity was doing like a parody of Miss Amanda. But no, that's what she looks like. Y'all, it was a lot. So before we jump into the floor show, I just want to say about the floor show that I don't know if how time would allow this, how they could edit this or what, but I would like to see the individual's floor show from start to finish instead of it being intercut, everybody's show being mishmashed together and they're just showing cuts and you just seeing bits and pieces of, because you don't get the full impact of what that person is doing, because everything is constantly being intercut. You don't know if somebody messed up, because you don't know who did good and who did bad until they announce the tops and the bottoms. So I would like, if possible, I'm saying this like I have any say, but I'm just saying, I would like if they could somehow figure out a way to edit it so that we get Maxi Glamour's burlesque performance from start to finish. And then Hollow Eve's, instead of a shot of Hollow Eve, a shot of Priscilla Chambers, a shot of a Hollow Eve, a shot of Maxi Glamour, a shot back to Louisiana Purchase. And instead of going like that, and then you really don't know who's doing what's happening, and if they did good or if they did bad, we don't know nothing. We just get it. We don't know if Yasuko made a mistake. We don't know none of that until the judging happens. So, what I had to say about some of these looks. So let me tell you who was safe first. Maxi Glamour was safe. Eva Destruction, Priscilla Chambers, Dahlia Black. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, okay. So the tops were Landon Sider, who had this very vampire mariachi look. It was awesome. She made a whole mustache for herself, and the face was carved. It looked really cool. It looked like something from Dusk Till Dawn. That's the reference that I pulled from her vampire look. And the blood was incorporated. She was drinking a beer, and on the beer it said "fuck your wall." I'm not mad at that. And then her fan was incorporated. She was a mariachi player, and she had a golden trumpet painted on the front of the fan. So when she flipped the fan, it looked like she was blowing the trumpet. Super dope. It was super dope. Also in the top was Louisiana Purchase, who had a very soft Harmony from Buffy the Vampire Slayer, kind of. That's what that put me in mind. Very, she's soft, she's pink, she's girly. It's very sexy, 1930s siren burlesque dancer until she smiled and you saw the peak of fangs, and then it's too late, you fucked. Once you see the fangs, you fucked. But she gave you soft, sexy, deadly, come get it. You know, that's what that was. And then there was Hollow Eve. She was the Victorian rotting vampire who was in like a feeding frenzy, and she had all these live maggots and bugs and shit all over her. They loved the live bugs. PETA is going to, because somebody asked me about the live spiders and eating them last week. And is PETA going to be mad? I don't know. PETA's probably going to be pissed because they were part of the act. No, Asia, no. Okay, all right. But no, Hollow Eve did an awesome job. She did a wonderful job. And actually, Louisiana Purchase was safe, and it came down to Landon and Hollow's Eve, and Landon actually won. And so Landon wins $1,000 from the, I don't know if she won $1,000 cash or $1,000 worth of merchandise from the sponsor who did the fans, Dirk, them. So in the bottom was St. Lucia, Yaskovo, and Madeline Hatter. Now, in reference to Madeline Hatter, the only reason they loved her performance, they loved it. They said she was emanating evil, and she had all of the burlesque performance down pat. The only thing is she did not incorporate the fan, and that's the only reason why she was in the bottom. Everybody loved her. They loved her performance, but that was the key element in the floor show was to incorporate the fan into your burlesque performance, and she did not, so she was in the bottom. Yoskova, oh my god. So let's talk about her look. It looked a little weird before she started to undress. She looked like a crazed demon Muppet. First of all, she had these big misshapen cartoon titties. It was like pads gone wrong in the back. Her butt was lumpy and misshapen. Like, she looked crazy. It was like a demon funhouse clown. She wasn't giving vampire at all. It's very much demony, devilly looking with the mask in the face, crooked horn. Like, it was very Sesame Street Goes to Hell. That's what that was. Sesame Street Goes to Hell. Look at her. Look at her. She been on all day. You better act right. Okay. So, Madeline Hatter is made safe. They said normally you would be automatically in the extermination because you didn't incorporate the fan, but because everybody had gave you such high marks in your performance, you are safe. So let me tell you what they did this week. And again, this is when she would have clocked out. You have to eat and drink cow's blood and raw cow intestines and other various cuts of meat until we say stop. So no, I'm not doing that. I love y'all. And I want to win and everything. Not doing that. I'm not going to do that. Here's what I'm not going to do. That. Girl, I'm just not. Absolutely not. Not today, not tomorrow. And sure, most assuredly not next week. But you know what, she not finna do that. Not at all. All right, so there's like a wine glass of blood, and there's a plate full of gobbledygook and intestines and stuff. First of all, just because I love y'all, I watched this. However, I watched it like this. When they started to get, I can see them still. Girl, so glad I got a strong institution. Jesus, it almost took me down. Jesus, oh God, I almost did not make it. I said, yeah, I'm so rude. I said, yo, this is the grossest mukbang ever. Do you hear me? Do you see what I did for you? Do you see how I went through for you guys? I came, your girl pulled through. Cause that, no. Okay, all right, so neither one of them quit, neither one of them gave up. They ate most of it until Leather Daddy came and rang the bell, and they stopped. So then we go to later that night, and we find out who's eliminated. And unfortunately, it is our dear Saint Lucia. She was eliminated. She's in a graveyard for some odd reason, walking around in her little pantaloons and bra. And she goes to touch a statue. It looks like it's crying blood tears. And she's like, ooh, what's that? I don't know. She turns around and she gets staked in the heart. I guess, of course, she was a vampire this week. So they staked her in the heart, threw her in the coffin. Boop, boop, boop. And she's gone. So, that was my excruciatingly long. I wrote notes for y'all. Like, I had 5 pages of notes. Because I felt like I gave such a subpar description of what happened last week that I really wanted to make an effort and do better, because so many people watched it, and then I was like, oh my God, sweet Mary and Joseph. So I tried to take as many detailed notes as about what happened, because I know some people are watching this so they don't have to watch it themselves. And after this, y'all, I'm telling you, that's how I watched the whole extermination scene. So that is all we have for this week. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Correct me where I'm wrong in the comments. I'm cool with it, clearly, because several corrections were made last week, and I appreciated all of it. This is your girl, Ebbie, with Ebbie Reviews, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.